always been extremely skinny. And if there's anything that characterized me the most, it wasn't my personality or my smile, but instead it was the fact that I was always underweight. I just couldn't put on any muscle ever. It was discouraging to see my classmates grow bigger, stronger, and faster than me. And I have always been a happy person. But I was never really happy with the way I looked. I admired those who were better shaped than me. I was always told to eat more. But the truth is, I couldn't. My mental state at the time did not allow me to do that. Until I had a really good look at myself. This was me, July of 2018. And honestly, you can see how skinny I was. There was absolutely no muscle on my body whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure at the time I could only do like 10 push-ups without falling over. It was bad. But the thing is, I've always been an athletic person. But I knew that I wasn't happy with myself. Yet, I didn't do much about it. And the realization didn't really start to kick in until July of 2019. 1 year later, when I looked like this. This is somewhat of an improvement, but I still weighed the same. I weighed 135 pounds at the time, which sounds reasonable, but for someone who's 5'9", it's not. That's classified as underweight, which is not good. So I knew I needed to make some changes. And here I am to elaborate on what they were. So of course, now I realized that I needed to have eaten more at the time, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I'll put on the screen right now some examples of what I actually ate today for breakfast and what I typically eat for a snack now. Because since I have to work out more, of course I have to offset the amount of calories that I burn through what I eat. You must eat 3,000 calories. But if I'm burning those calories, I need to eat more, around 3,500 calories, which to me is so much food. But it needs to be done. Of course, the second aspect of it is the workouts. And way before the gyms were closed, of course, I usually set up my workouts in different body parts. So on Mondays I would do chest and triceps, Tuesday I would do back and biceps, Wednesday I would do legs, and then I would repeat the process again until Sunday, which then I would take a day of rest. But right before the gym closed, I changed it up a bit. So instead of doing that, I did a push, pull, and leg workout. And I did that until Sunday, of course, which I rested. And I thoroughly enjoyed that a lot more. So that's probably what I'm going to go back into once the gyms open back up. And if we get this video to succeed, which would be, for me, 100 views and 5 to 10 likes, I'll do a more in-depth look in how I do my workouts at home and, of course, at the gym. So, one thing I also do as well is run, which if I didn't do as much, I probably would gain more weight. But I just love running so much. It's a way for me to find myself and take in all the aspects from outside and really zone in on what I need to work on, which is why I enjoy running. And there's probably an activity for you that you like doing, whether it be like yoga or meditation or more weightlifting, I guess. It depends on what you want to do. But I guess what really changed about who I was the mental aspect of me. See, I've always been a person that has a tendency to give up when things get hard. I've been spoiled in that regard, that I was really never pushed. I've never been in situations that made me uncomfortable until, of course, around last year when I started putting myself in such situations. And honestly, it's changed my life in that regard. I now live and will continue to live under the philosophy that I need to strive to be uncomfortable, because it's the only way, in my opinion, to push yourself. Because if you don't put yourself in situations that don't allow you to grow, what's the point, in my opinion? So that's a little bit of my philosophy for you today. But of course, now that you're here, it is the moment of truth. 2 years ago, this is what I looked like, and as of this morning, this is what I look like. So it's not as big and transformative as other people have done, but for me, it is life-changing the way I look now compared to back then, because it's made me have so much more confidence in the way I look and the way I present myself for other people. And just having that ability to improve yourself physically has really changed me mentally, especially. It's caused me to be a lot stronger, and I hope to improve on that both physically and mentally in the future. So thank you for watching. I know it's been a little bit short, and I'm trying to get a lot more videos for you guys, and I really want to change this channel to something that will hopefully inspire someone. For me, that's the goal. If I inspire one life a day, I've done my job. That's all from your boy, Ernesto Alejandro Rodriguez Garcia.